So this concept of personality, how do you think it develops? What do you think enables it to form over time?
But there's a school of thought that actually thinks that people are born with personality. Like people really understand the little structure that actually shapes who they are as individuals, and I think it was John Locke in one of his essays that said, man is actually born in a state of tabula rasa. Like at birth, the mind of man is a clean slate. Understand? At birth, we don't really know anything. It's actually, as we grow up, that we begin to indoctrinate the things that we believe. So there are a lot of factors in society that actually shapes who we are as individuals. And if we don't know these things, we may actually just, be living life like a stream, just passing through this and allowing a lot of things, a lot of factors affect the kind of persons we are. So if you actually say we should talk about how personality forms.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things we're going to talk about because
there's a lot of things I would actually like for people to be concerned and aware about. Like, you need to understand how these said factors or factors to be discussed here on after tend to have affected or have helped you in whichever way it has to build up your essence up until now. Okay, another thing I would love to point out at this moment is the fact that in as much as we would all like to think that a lot of the things we do are actually from our mind or from our will. I would love for a little bit of, or if possible, everyone to just take time out to think about how most of the things or most of the choices they have actually taken so far in life was not necessarily from the fact that it was what they actually wanted to do. So if we go into these factors which we think has helped in developing personality per se here, we'll get to understand how most of these factors has been the core enabler of our choices. So among these factors, I would actually like to point out today, like when we talk about how personalities are developed, we tend to look into the environmental factors here. We look at the cultural factors. We look at family. We look at socialization with peers and how you relate to your environment. And then most important key of all is experience. I have come to find out personally that your experience is definitely going to be the core factor of how your personality or the kind of person you're going to eventually turn out to be is shaped. Now, hear me when I tell you that, for example, now our Nigeria society, like the way of life, or rather the upbringing that culture, the upbringing that we all tend to have had from our various family background has, in a lot of ways, actually been one of the key factors of how we are shaped. So, I believe from this set of things, or rather these factors, not necessarily gone deep into yet, I believe these are some of the things that help to develop personality. So, what do you think, Bo?
Yes, I totally agree with you because, like I said earlier, our personality development is not independent of our environment. And when I say environment, I mean a lot of things because there are a lot of factors in the environment that actually help develop us, our personality from when we was little, you understand? Because, like I also pointed earlier, I always like to refer to that quote from John Locke that at birth, the state of mind is a blank slate. And it's being filled. And so that is, he actually did an article to correct some notions of pre-birth, we having some personality from birth. So
And some traits.
Yeah,
Say
some
for example now, a temperamental father tends to pass on some form of temperament down, like from the gene actually.
No, of course, there are gene, and that one you cannot dispute it. But most of the time, it's mostly biological because everyone's okay. Maybe a father has a temperamental attitude or is quick to anger, and the son is also exhibiting the same traits as the father. They'll be like, oh, he inherited
such a thing.
But you also forget the fact that it might not actually be the case of inheritance, but from observation of the child in the home, always seeing the father in certain situations flare up. Understand? So he might actually indoctrinate that, okay, in this kind of situation, this is the kind of emotion that I should exhibit. So it might not actually be a matter of inheritance, but a matter of observation and learning, or what they actually call society called socialization. Because in the home, they said the family is the first place where children learn. Understand?
True,
so
yeah.
after that, we also have the school, the peer group, the media, and all of that. What we see as social media now, because it's prevalent in our society, people learning from social media and all. But